Peace and many, many blessings to you all. We are back with a full moon in Capricorn video. So happy full moon in Capricorn. Welcome or welcome back. I love having you here. This will be a very hard working time, but in a sense of you're about to know exactly how to put your energy towards what you want. And if you don't know what you want, then it can feel very confusing for you, because it's like, wow, I have all this energy and I have all this ambition, but I don't know what to put it towards, or I know exactly what I want and it's time to go get it. You feel a little bit more grounded, and I'll say with ease for the other earth signs being Virgo and Taurus, because we kind of used to that grounded energy. And for the other signs, maybe not so much, but it doesn't mean anything bad, because obviously we all have every sign within us. So it's just about where in your chart is going to stick out for you most. When I think of Capricorn energy, especially with the full moon, it makes me think of a balance between caring for yourself and then the work that you put out, because it's a very hard-working sign. When I think of Capricorns, I think of managers, people who know how to delegate, and put things in the right place and use resources in the best way. Your energy is a resource. I'm kind of just going to give a little forecast for what themes may be coming up for you during the full moon in Capricorn. Right, I want to go by element. So if you feel called to donate, of course, then I will leave my information for donations in the description box. And we are going to get started first with the earth signs. What are the themes for my earth signs for the full moon in Capricorn? Energetic themes for my earth signs during the Capricorn full moon. We have the 7 of water coming out for the earth signs, as well as the 9 of fire, but in reverse. So these two cards, the energy that it gives me is to spend some time thinking about what it is that you truly want, because this shows an imbalance in your chakra system emotionally, and it's almost like you're asking for too much. You're like throwing out your last, and you're hoping and praying for things to get better, and it's like you are in charge of that. So the person, it may call for some rest, call for some meditation, call for some fasting and things like that to clear your head, to clear your energy up. And clearer energy with a clearer head around you, you'll be able to figure out what it is that you really want, so that you can put energy towards it, because it's given that the thing that you want, you're not being specific enough about it, or it's just not in alignment. That's why it's causing such a disarray, and it's just causing confusion. It's causing confusion, emotional water. So yeah, you may be clouded into some illusion of the way things are supposed to be instead of the way things are, and it's forcing you to like work too hard for something and disregard yourself. So no disregarding self, more energy into yourself, more self-care. And it's funny because I was just talking about how they have an easier transition into the Capricorn full moon season than any other sign, not any other sign, any other element, just because y'all used to that grounded energy. Let's move on to the fire signs. Let's do my fire signs next. We have karma. And then we have the 6 of water. So with karma coming up is with the Ankh and the eternal life in there, but also the duality between the younger self and the older self. It makes me think of, making sure that you are in alignment with your inner child, as well as keeping a balance. The scales with the Ankh, it makes me think of my aunt, right? That super balance card. So having balance in the things that are in alignment for your childhood self or your inner child, but are also in alignment for where you're going, your trajectory now. Listening and knowing yourself and paying attention to your karmic cycles, because if you don't learn from it, then you're due to repeat it. And that's what that is with fire signs. And then with the 6 of water coming out in reverse, it's like a resistance to reuniting with friends, or some type of pause in it. And I feel like, yeah, y'all may be going through friendship issues for my fire signs, and the friendship issues have to do with the karmic cycle, because it's about your emotions towards friendships, right? How much work you feel like you have to put in, what you feel like you're worth in your friendships, the things that you give out so that you can receive it back, and why you give it out even, because if you're given to receive solely, then it's not in alignment, and that's creating more karma for you, because why are you doing it? Fire signs, pay attention to your why when it comes to your friendships, when it comes to your emotions, and pay attention to your karmic cycles, especially when it has to deal with vulnerability. Thank you. Water signs in the full moon in Capricorn. What are my water signs experiencing? My water signs are being purified. So I say that because sometimes when we see cards with destruction or negative themes around them, especially when it comes to fire in it, we think of a fall. This kind of does hint to me of a loss of employment or some type of fall down, like you was at the top and you came down, but it's purification, right? Maybe you weren't supposed to be there anymore. Maybe you were more in danger in that space than you are now. This is like to let everything melt away for you, again, to figure out what it is that you really want, because it doesn't seem like that position that you were in, that place that you were in, it wasn't guiding you to your highest path. So it may feel like it's being taken away from you, or that you're losing, or you're no longer the GOAT or whatever, like you lost your footing, but you didn't. You're being redirected into the path that you're supposed to be on. However, there's something about paying attention to the needs of others as well, because maybe you fell down because of your resistance to view someone else, or your resistance to be able to take care of someone else, or to lend a helping hand. So yeah, there's a call for courtesy, a call for you to be more courteous to others, to pay more attention, to be more empathetic and things like that. Yeah, pay attention to your fall from grace, because it's not really a fall from grace, water signs. It's really just realignment. I know I keep talking about alignment, but really that's what it is, because for that Capricorn, right, the energy with the full moon is like release. So we're shedding things that we no longer need in order to put us into the path of what we should be working hard on, and finding our balance in what we're working hard on and how we're treating ourselves, the attention that we're paying to ourselves. Thank you. And last but not least, we have our air signs. Air sign signs. Oh, and then we have that same thing, the same energy of the 5 of Earth. So air signs may also be suffering, or just experiencing that fall from grace type energy, where you're losing your footing, but it's like the rise of the phoenix. Nothing is happening to be against you. It's all working in your favor, and it's not for nothing. So but with salamanders, we have the richness, because earth represents the material realm and the fertileness of the soil, and salamanders are able to shapeshift and get what it is that they want. And we see fire coming through in both of these energies, right? That fire and earth, they're working together in your favor to bring you up to where you're supposed to be. And the fact that the fire is shaping the salamander is showing you the power in your creation, and almost hinting at the success of what it is that you create. But there is this underlying force that you have to let go of that failure. And find the lessons in the failure. What did you learn from this that's going to help you in your next endeavor? Because this next one is fruitful and profitable, and for the best of all. What are you putting your energy into? You choose, air signs. Thanks y'all so much for coming. I know this one was a little bit quicker. I did a reading recently, and it was just on July themes for the whole month. And I felt like, yeah, themes are important, so I want to continue on this theme path, and I may even offer, themes for the month type of thing as a reading. But we are working, we're figuring it out, and we're seeing what's best for us. Like, I'm still figuring out what it is that I want, and the best way that I want to push out my readings and all. So, yeah, much love, peace and blessings. Oh, and I hope y'all like my hair. We still got locks, though. I just extended them.